Warning. This film contains flashing images and loud sound effects. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to the Flight Lounge Christmas Party of 2023, coming to you live and direct from Bristol, UK, streaming worldwide to over 30 countries. Enjoy the show.
Hi there. Welcome to the TFL Christmas Party, New Year's Party of 2023 with co-founder of the Flight Lounge, Rivu.
Hello, I'm Rivu, and we all know him.
Me,
It's
Jojo.
Jojo.
It is. So, we're just going to go for it. Hope you enjoy. It'll be roughly 1 hour long and should be good. So, who are we?
Well, we have...
Me! I am, a little bit about me, I'm currently studying aerospace engineering at TU Delft in the Netherlands. I created the server in about 2019 after our beloved server Moldair, shout out to them, unfortunately had to go offline. Since then I've been working in the server, I've been dipping in and out depending on how active I've been, just looking over everything, just general administrating.
And that person over there, that's me, very different hair. I am a student pilot at the moment. I have a PPL, currently doing a bit of hour building, and I'm a few months away from getting my frozen ATPL with the Atlantic Flight Training Academy. Jojo invited me to start the TFL many, many moons ago, but we will come to that later.
We will.
Which is now.
A brief history of TFL.
So, TFL, let's see. Oh look,
It's us. Wow.
Well, you've changed a bit.
You have a little bit as well.
Yeah, my hair's grown and
I'm kind of the same.
yeah. So this was what 2019.
19. It was
June 2019, and we had this picture here. I had just gone to meet Jojo in Bristol. Yeah, we did a bit of spotting, took the car to Exeter, and flew over to London City.
Why not?
And that was the month we started TFL because, again, Moldair died, unfortunately. Very, very big aviation server. But now we've had a glow up to lose my smile, apparently. And Jojo's still the same. But yeah, the server's grown a lot, and Jojo will touch upon some of the stats later. So that's pretty much a history of TFL. We just started it because we could. Yeah. And it's grown into something that we never thought it would grow into. But it's very nice to see.
And that later about the stats is going to be now. So, the Flight Lounge in 2023. Thank you, Noodles, for the wonderful photo. It's off of 777. We have over 2,900 members in the server. It's lovely to see every one of you. We have over 76,000 messages sent this year, which is crazy, and 53,000 hours spent in voice calls, which is insane. If you add that up, it's about 6 years worth of time. So that's pretty much everyone's time that's spent in voice channel added up. We also have members from over 30 countries, which is pretty insane to think about. If you start counting, I can name about like 6, and then you have to check the form for that. And we have, it may not seem like a big figure, but 5 newly qualified pilots is pretty insane. Here's one of them.
There's another one right there.
And there's another one right there. And so it's really cool to see people's careers progress in real life, as well as in the server. Now, I have to touch upon diversity. We are a very diverse server. There's a little map spinning with little dots. Sorry, ATIS, Brazil, I forgot to put on. But you are there, you're included. So we have members from more than 30 countries. They work in all sectors of the aviation industry, including piloting, ATC, engineering, ground crew, customer service, and etc. Also, outside of aviation, large number of skills, talents, very creative. And the best thing about TFL is everyone is able to collaborate to have great events together. And all of our members are very high quality, which we are very happy to see. Now it's time for Mr. Secretary Recommends. I was very happy to be tasked with making this segment for the show. I admire Mr. Secretary. He's a very nice guy, a very valuable member. Unfortunately, he couldn't be with us today, but he is in Europe, so welcome, Mr. Secretary. So, Mr. Secretary, who does he recommend for his member of the year for TFL in 2023? Let's find out.
For TFL's 2023 Person of the Year, my nominee is Better Than Staff, Always Busy Engineering, and the only person I know with 1,000 hours on GA singles in a flight simulator. My choice is Whale. Congratulations on your private license.
Whale! Everyone, a round of applause for Whale.
We love Whale.
Whale is an amazing member of the server. Couldn't live without him. Always pops in, says hi. Genuinely the nicest guy. And yeah, very congratulations on passing your PPL. Good job. And now for a guest speaker. Noel Phillips. Some of you might recognize him. I'm pretty sure most of you will. He is a travel reviewer and he's also a private pilot. And he was very kind enough to send over a short video for us to watch, just inspiring people on the aviation industry and the benefits of joining it and what difficulties he faced as a content creator in the scene.
Hello everybody, my name is Noel Phillips. I'm an aviation content creator and a private pilot as well. Originally from the UK, I lived in the East Midlands, and now we're based here in Texas in the United States. I just want to say thank you very much to the Flight Lounge for inviting me to come and speak to you all tonight about aviation, about my journey in aviation as well, and hopefully provide a few words to you guys that you might be able to sort of take on board and use as future inspirational motivation or something like that, I don't know. But anyway, here goes. Now, some people would call me a flight reviewer. I don't like to use that term because I don't really feel that that's what my videos do as such. I like to just show my experiences of traveling on an airline, which is a little bit different than going on an airline and saying this is good, this is terrible, and things like that, because really everything like that is subjective. And at the end of the day, my whole motivation behind doing these videos is really to entertain people, provide some sort of experience that people might not be able to get for themselves. I started off making videos, doing full-length flight videos back in the day, many years ago. You'll find them on YouTube now, 8-hour-long videos of flights that I've taken, just because it was a way to be able to introduce that to other people and let people experience those journeys as if they were taking them themselves. And that's kind of what I like to do with the videos that I do now. It's all about getting that experience for somebody, be it flying on some third world airline, on an old Soviet airliner across Africa or across the former Soviet Union, or be it flying in first class on Qatar Airways. All of these are experiences that not a lot of people are necessarily going to be able to enjoy. And by bringing that together in a video form, it's a way that I can sort of share that with people and show what that experience is like. Now, doing this, of course, comes with some challenges of its own, and they can range anything from airlines' feedback of me to people's feedback through the comments section on YouTube and things like that. And trust me, I have seen it and heard it all. I've had major airlines contacting me through their marketing department, asking me to remove videos and threatening me because I've said bad things about their airline. I've also had airlines come to me and tell me that my videos have really helped the airline and helped them to grow their little regional airline and sending people their way. Making the videos themselves, they can sometimes be challenging to do as well, because you can end up on airlines where they really don't want you filming them. I had a flight in Russia where I was filming and they were so angry at me for making videos on this flight, and I just kept ignoring them, because at the end of the day, you know, it sounds horrible. I'd spent a lot of money to get to the remote end of Russia where this flight was going from. I'd been looking forward to it to months, to fly on an Antonov 26. They're so rare. And I'd finally got the chance to actually fly on one of these things. And I get on board and I'm told, no pictures, no filming, no nothing. And it was soul destroying. And I was like, you know what? Even if it gets me in trouble, I am going to try and film what I can and make something out of this video. And you know what? That was the most horrendous flight I've ever filmed. She literally came and sat next to me in the seat next to me to make sure I wasn't filming anything out of the window. That's what this flight was like. And yeah, it was not a pleasant environment. But the thing is, despite that, despite the fact that in the moment I'm sat there on the flight going, this is going to be terrible, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I'm halfway around the world, and this video is not going to be a video. No one's going to be able to watch this. You know what? That video is one of my best performing videos on YouTube, because despite the fact that I couldn't film the takeoff and the landing, which in my head were key parts of this video, the story of me taking a flight and being shouted at by a Russian flight attendant who we christened Olga became an amazing story, and people just loved it. And that's the thing, I guess, really. And if that's one lesson I can give you, is that even when things in the moment seem like they're just not working and it's never going to work out, this is the end of the world, things have a habit of always working out for the best in the end. Sometimes you just can't see it in that moment in time. Now, as I mentioned earlier as well, I have a private pilot's license as well. I've had it for quite some time now. I got it back in 2001, so 22 years ago. Yes, I'm sort of showing my age now. And yeah, when I went to do my PPL, I'd gone into it naively thinking, this is going to be easy. I've flown flight sim for many years. I started flying flight sim in 1994. That was my first flight simulator, and I flew flight sim from 94 all the way up to, well, even to the present day, really. I still fly on flight sim now, albeit to a lesser degree, because I just don't have the time. But I've flown on flight sim for years, and I just thought I could just jump out of a simulator, jump in a plane. It was going to be really easy. I know what I was doing. I was going to blast through my PPL in 40 hours, which was the minimum then. And yeah, it wasn't quite that easy. And I think I sort of underestimated just how much learning would be involved and how much of the actual theoretical side would be involved, the paperwork side, the written exams and all that side. They're things I've never been good at. And when I suddenly learned I'd have to learn meteorology and things like that, and aviation law and things like that, you're just like, oh, this is a little bit more than I thought it would be. And I never get any better at that. I'm doing my instrument rating now here in the States. Once again, went into it thinking this is going to be a piece of cake. I've flown instruments before. I got my UK rating for my it was the IMC rating. It's now the restricted instrument rating over in the UK. This is going to be easy. I know what I'm doing. I've flown on instruments, and yeah, that's fine. You can fly on instruments, but I completely forgot. I've now got an entire written course and an exam to do for that as well, which I'm absolutely dreading because I'm no good at paper exams or anything like that. That's the thing that I learned really when I did my, when I've done any of my ratings really, is it's not necessarily the flying part. It's all the actual sitting down and reading and cramming and knowing the rules, knowing the laws, and knowing what minimums you've got in this particular environment, and knowing what the law says about your rating and when it may or may not be valid. These are all things that you have to learn on the side that you don't really think about at the time. Flying is an amazing thing, but when it comes to the ratings side of things, it's just as much an academic exercise as it is an actual physical one of flying the planes. And I think that's the thing that maybe when I first started flying, I never really looked into all that, and I never really thought about that. But here we are, and I've got to get through it somehow. So I will get through it, I know that. But that's something really, when you're going into the whole flying thing, just remember the written side is just as important. I guess the only other tip that I would give to people as well is this, and that is, if you want to do something in your life, you are able to do it. Anything that you want to do. Aviation, not aviation, YouTube, non-YouTube, whatever. And this was something that was taught to me. I spoke to a Spitfire pilot over in the UK a few years ago before we moved over. And I went up with my son Sam, and we spoke to him. And I said to him, you know what? What advice would you give to somebody who wants to be where you are? You're flying a Spitfire as your job, you know. This has got to be the dream job in aviation. And he looked at me and he said, you know what? All you've got to do is want it. Whatever you want to do in life, if you want it hard enough, it will come. That sounds like a really dodgy joke. That is what she said, indeed. But what he said, in this case, it was a Spitfire pilot. And he said, if you want it hard enough, it'll come and you'll get it. And that really sort of struck me, because I was like, that is actually quite true. This guy grew up as a kid seeing pictures of Spitfires and videos and movies with Spitfires flying around the sky in them, dreaming that one day he'd be as cool as somebody who flew one of those planes. He told me, he said, I started off in a Cessna 152 when I did my PPL. That was 10 years ago. Within 10 years, he'd gone from a Cessna 152 to a Spitfire. Like, what the heck? Like, and that was what he said to me. He's like, if you want it hard enough, you'll be able to do it. That's all you've got to do is want it. And that is something that I've tried to pass on to as many people as I can since then, because that is so true. If you want to be a YouTuber, you've just got to want it enough. If you want to become a pilot of a 747, you've just got to want it enough. You can do it. Every single one of you sitting in that room right now, you've got the world in front of you. You could do anything. You could fly any type of plane you wanted to. I'm telling you now, you're probably sitting there thinking, well, I can't see myself ever flying a Boeing 787 Dreamliner. Of course you can. Why not? Why can't you do that? All you've got to do is want it and start on that road towards that. And if you want it bad enough, you'll get it. Thank you so much for watching me. Congratulations to all of the award winners tonight. And thank you so much to the Flight Lounge for having me on here to ramble to everybody for a few minutes about what I do and everything like that. And maybe give some advice as well if I'm good enough to be able to give advice. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Have an absolutely amazing night and Happy New Year.
Time for some TFL stories, hosted by
Me.
Huken.
So, we all know TFL, it's not just a Discord server, we're a bunch of friends as well. And we've met some really cool people through TFL and its other partners. So I've got two stories. One's a bit funnier and light-hearted, the other is a bit, oh no, what happened? And then it's brilliant again. So the first story is, it actually has another one of our admins, Treymark. Treymark almost killed us. Not really. So, let's have the picture here. You can see Jojo taking a picture of a flyer there. That flyer was being spread around one of the air shows that happen in Kent. And that air show normally has Spitfires flying around and all sorts of random old planes, which I don't know much about because I like modern planes. I know, I'm uncultured. But there was no air show. It was raining. So we went to see a bunch of Spitfires, taxi down a bit of grass, and taxi back, and we left. It was unfortunate, but we did manage to get some exposure for the Flight Lounge with these flyers. Now you're probably wondering, how did Treymark kill us? With this. Not me, the car. So that's me with short hair. I know, terrible, ugly. But the car, here. We were driving from, I don't even remember where this was, back to Ashford, I believe, Ashford International train station. And when we were driving down the A road, there was a black Volkswagen Golf, just completely painted black, and I feel like Treymark thought he wanted to race us. So, Treymark put his foot down and went over a speed bump so fast that we got some air, and Jojo and I are still suffering from back pain till this day. That's a joke. But it was very painful, and he almost burnt his clutch out. But yeah, that's one of the stories of Treymark almost killing us. Bit of sarcasm there, or exaggeration actually. Yeah, a few more events that happened like that. But another event that I want to talk about is with another friend of mine here, Ocean, and Josh from the Flight Lounge. Josh goes by Josh Dewin, and he has his own server as well. But this, let's see here, there's PA28, and we decided, what's something that we can do with our friend who's visiting from America? And decided, yes, let's take him to the Isle of Wight to get fish and chips. So there's the plane. We got in it, went to the Isle of Wight, perfectly fine. On the way back, we were like, yes, let's fly around the Needles. The Needles being these massive white pointy things at the end of the Isle of Wight, and involved a bit of sharp turn. You can see there's a bit of Farnborough on the way there, Josh just doing there, and Ocean. That looks like a Bose 20 advert. Now, that's the Needles over there in that corner, and we had just flown around there really sharp, and I was flying. Now, I'd never flown a PA-28 for any long extended period of time there, and that was probably the most I'd flown. We turn around and I see my speed is dropping and I'm struggling to maintain altitude. Now I'm like, I've got a fair few amount of hours on the Cessna 172. I should know how to fly something similar at least. It's similar size, but it's got a constant speed prop, which I've never flown. So like, maybe it's a skill issue. Maybe I'm not good enough. So then I tell Ocean, who's sitting in the left-hand seat, I need more power. So give more power. And we recover a bit. And then the speed's dropping again. And I'm like, oh damn, maybe it is a skill issue. And Ocean says, oh, okay, give it to me. So he takes it. And the speed keeps on dropping. And now he's like, now it can't be a skill issue on my end, because he was a PA-28 master. And at that point we realized something is wrong. That something was the slideshow not working. There. We put the gear lever down, and as you can see, it's one green. I don't know about you, but when I put the gear level down on a plane, I like to see all three greens. We only had one. So which means we had some sort of gear failure. And you can see I'm laughing through it here on Instagram. So at that point, we all go like, oh, what on earth are we going to do? Because if we land with gears up, we're pretty much either writing off the entire airframe or at least the engine. And that's expensive. So we start troubleshooting. Ocean here starts, swinging the plane around, trying to swing the other gear down. We get another one. That's brilliant, but the nose gear's still missing. So our engine will probably still be long gone sayonara by the time we land. At that point, we're like, okay, this could actually turn into emergency. So we start demonstrating really good crew resource management, CRMs. So Ocean starts flying the plane, aviating. We have Josh in the back who's on ForeFlight, looking for planes, ForeFlight, seeing if there's any other planes around that you can see on there, or outside. So he's doing the navigating sort of bit. The communicating, I mean, that's kind of, we're not near any other aircraft. Ocean's still listening out, we're all listening out. And I start going through the checklists. And I don't have a picture of it here, but the circuit breaker had actually popped. So on the emergency checklist, there is a point on the emergency landing where you check if the circuit breaker is popped or not. And hey, it popped. So we're like, okay, let's reset it once. And the gear came down. 3 greens, yay, we're saved. And that was kind of one of the really main significant stories I have from, TFL and another partner, VXL. Because from flight sim and just talking amongst friends online for so long, we kind of developed a sort of, base understanding of what we need to do in emergency and how to work together. And that's kind of one of the things which, TFL kind of promotes, working together. And that's what I have there. Now, that's the end of the story section. I know, not many stories, but my throat will go dry if I keep on speaking. But I have to speak for more. The Airline Pilot Club. Now, some of you might know that the Airline Pilot Club is another one of the projects that I'm involved with. And the Airline Pilot Club was first founded by your man Andy O'Shea here. He's a very, very experienced pilot in the industry, especially with Europe. He helped make the APS MCC, which has now become an industry standard, and he'll probably tell you about that in this video here. And it was also started by Mental Pilot. We've had some communications with Mental Pilot, nothing serious, but let's have the video from the Airline Pilot Club.
Hi everyone, Andy O'Shea here. I'm the CEO and the founder of the Airline Pilot Club, known as APC. For many years before that, I was the head of training in Ryanair, and in that job I would have been responsible for the training of over 10,000 people, probably just like yourselves, who are very keen on an airline pilot career or interested in the industry in some way or other. And I also worked with EASA to try and help them improve their training programs as well, and we did that with some success, I'm happy to say. So it's great to be talking to you during your event in Bristol. The Flight Lounge is a tremendous asset that Rivu and his colleagues have put together for people like yourselves who are very interested in the flight sim world. And I have to say my eyes have been opened recently in how powerful the programs and the capability of the systems that you use. And I really think that they are very helpful in preparing people for maybe an assessment, or maybe giving them a greater understanding of what the airline pilot training would be like when you get to a specific type, like say a 737 or an A320. So I hope you have a great day. I really admire what Rivu and his colleagues have put together. Hopefully at some stage you might find the free material that we have in the Airline Pilot Club of use to you, and you're more than welcome to come along anytime to our webinars, or just join the club, register, everything's free, and you can learn a lot about the career and a lot about yourself with some of our online psychometric assessments. So it's coming up to New Year's Day now. I'm on a little break with my family, which is great, and I wish you a safe and healthy 2024. And hopefully, as I say, we'll meet each other some stage in the bazaars in the future. Thank you very much.
So Andy's he's pretty amazing to have in the world of aviation, especially helping us younger people get closer to our dreams of being a pilot. If that is your dream, that's cool. If not, why not? So yeah, a bit more about the APC. I currently help it with mostly the Discord side and a lot of the social media stuff and putting together events. The events that we have people coming in from Ryanair, Avianca, a few other airlines, and a lot of flight schools who go over some key points or key aspects of flying. And it's really interesting stuff. Even if you're not training to be a pilot, you should sign up, attend these webinars. They're really good. And if you do want to be an airline pilot, we have the indicative assessment, which pretty much tells you if you're ready to be an airline pilot or not, and what aspects you should work on. And in the worst case scenario, if you should not be a pilot at all, which is heartbreaking. But yeah, that's pretty much the Airline Pilot Club.
And now it's time for partners. So, we have a lot of partners as a large community, and we are really proud of them. So one of them being Navigraph. We're extremely proud of this. This is our second year running being partnered with them. We've been partnered with them since 2022. They create AirRack cycles and nav data and really useful navigation software for Flight Simulator. And overall, pretty much most serious flight simmers would have be familiar with their products and use them themselves. Another partner we have is the Airline Pilot Club, as Rivu just mentioned. Extremely valuable asset, especially for the educational side. People looking to actually go into a career of aviation. Another one is A2B Flight Sim, fairly recent. Another large Discord community that we're glad to collaborate with. We've done, I think, just a couple events so far with each other. We plan to do some more in the near future when we all get some free time. And we also have Virgin XL Airways, which is also helped run by Huken, and he will discuss about that in a short minute. We also have some special partnerships in the works for next year. If you didn't quite catch that, it was again Mental Pilot, as mentioned previously. But yeah, we're yet to confirm that. So, Anne, who's ready for a game? It's now time for Stat Kahoot. Now, this does need the code putting up, so it will just take a second if you can bear with. You can see this as a little break. It will take just 5 minutes. But thank you very much. Cool.
Hey you. I hope you're enjoying the event so far. If so, remember to give the video a like. and make sure to subscribe for many future videos related to the Flight Lounge.
Yes, cutting
Gosh, I wonder who will win the Kahoot. Anyway, back to the video.
All right, live stream people, the game pin is up on the board, and we have a fair few amount of people already. Oh, look, it's you guys. Unfortunately, Jojo has been kidnapped by the server room up there, and I've just flashed him in the eye with a pointer. Yes. So people in this room, are you connected? Ah.
We'll give it about 5 minutes, 2 minutes, and we'll start.
We're waiting about 2 minutes and then we'll start. Why are you not? Do you want my phone?
Hello.
No. I've got Temple Run. Jojo, tell me if you can't hear me because he's
Okay,
using it.
I can still hear you.
That's fine.
I love whoever's joined called Back of Cinema.
Back of cinema. You, right? Oh, you.
No, that's not
Sorry.
me.
I'm sorry.
Cool. We'll just wait 1 more minute. If you just go to kahoot.it, you can join. Tell them that.
Kahoot.it. We need that link. Scan the QR code if you can, probably not. And the game pin is right there, 1875015. I feel like I'm in one of those like telemarketing sort of programs late at night. So on the first lot, we're selling Robin Mal. No. Let's see. We've got 13 in the room at the moment.
Revu, can you just check if Luke is ready with the filming?
Luke, are you recording? Yeah. Yes, we spent a stupid amount of money to play Kahoot on the cinema. Next we're gonna have Temple Run, Family Guy, and
a Concorde.
whatever over here. So people of Discord, we are almost coming to the time where we will start this this game.
Okay,
Right,
let me know when the cameras are ready and I'll start.
Oh wait, Emily has apparently been kicked out. Yes? Oh no, I can't get my medical. So when are we starting the Kahoot?
Are we ready? Is the recording going? Is everyone in?
Yep, recording's going.
Is Emily in?
Emily, you in? Alright, we're waiting for Emily.
Cool.
Emily is now in the Discord apparently. Okay. I mean, the Kahoot. We can start. We are starting Kahoot. TFL 2023 statistics. Get ready to put your answers in. Get a free drink. What about the people on Discord?
They get a free gift card.
Ah, people on Discord, you get a gift card. Just heard back from the banker.
Control room.
Alright, let's get started. How many hours do people spend on average in VC per day? You may have heard the stats for the entire year. Maybe you can use that to do some quick maths. I have no idea. I think... What's the right answer? Two. Wow. 2 people. Well, yeah, 2 people got it right. Who got it right? The better Ocean. Sorry, I just flashed you in the eye. And someone. And Keaton. Ocean, well done. You're not even ever on TFL and you've got that right. Multi-select. Why? That is the question. They have nothing to do, and they have a lot to do, but they're procrastinating. I mean, I have no idea. It's a good question. Jojo getting slagged off from down here. Oh, they're both right! Wow, that's crazy. We have Ocean in the lead, Keaton number 2, and oh wow, rude. Stock images, is it? Quiz. How many people have joined TFL in total? I mean, if you paid attention, you probably will get this right. If not, I'm heartbroken. Alright, who got it wrong? I may or may not have botched this. We unfortunately have had a lot of people leave, probably bots, but I don't know. Those who stay are real. When was the Flight Lounge created? I think I mentioned it as well. Wow, who got it wrong? Keaton is on top. Crop number 2 in PK. Later. Yes. A phone. Ah. It's also done. My favourite Flexi community is... I wonder what it is. Ooh. I wonder what the right answer is. No, there's only one right answer. Wow, we're both right. Who would have thought? Ah, it's now third. Jakob, fourth. Same. Yes, Victor was only added to please. I beg your pardon. How many messages have been sent in general discussions in all time? $391.4 thousand. Whale is now on top, Blues catching up, PK and Ocean. Oh, the other Oceans. If you added up the total time spent in VC by each individual member over the whole 2023, that time would equal what? $5 years. We have the scoreboard so far over here. The most popular duty-free voice channel is what? Apparently this guy got a knighthood or something. It's Costa. We love Costa. The voice channel. Whale is still on top, Jakob's catching up. And Robin's popped up out of nowhere. Multi-select again. The second most popular duty-free voice channel is what? Could be 2, could be 1, I don't know. Like to say whoever added Weatherspoons was a genius. That's probably me. Good question. Jojo, you messed up. Holiday Inn voice channels are used longer than W.H. Smith. What? What's the Holiday Inn? Well done, Emily.
Last 5 questions.
Jojo, turn your mic off. Can you hear me? Cool. How many pings has Streamart gotten? It's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, sounds about right. Whale is actually smashing everyone else out of the game. How many welcome messages have been sent to each other? More than 7,000. Fair enough. Keaton's taking the first position. Wow. I hope you enjoy your gift card if you win. Morning after evening. That's what that stands for. More than 500. Well, you're giving Keaton a run for his gift card. What is the counting to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chat count currently closest to? Maybe you're going to check now, maybe you won't. It's an interesting pipe. That number. Emily's catching up, but still almost 1,000 points away from Whale.
Last question.
19 of 20. We have been counting since when? I don't know.
Please announce that I've made this very hard on purpose.
Apparently Joe just made this really hard on purpose because he hates us, or maybe he doesn't want to give us a beer. 3rd of October 2021. 4 people got it right. So who's on top? Still Whale. Amazing. I think we have 1 question left.
Last question.
Well, we might have this. How many individuals on average are active in the server per month? 20, 62, 49 and 71. Which is the right answer? I don't actually know, I didn't make this. 62. The podium. 3rd place, 8th. Oh, Jakob, very nice. 8,449. Emily is number 2. Well done, Emily. And the winner of the 2023 statistics is Whale. Thank you for playing this Kahoot. Shout out to Keaton and PK.
Cool, we'll get back to the presentation and I'll join you back on stage. Give us 2 minutes.
We're gonna get back to the presentation, but until then, hang tight about 2 minutes and we'll get the presentation back up. Oh my god, it's my award!
Person
Oh
of
my
the
god!
year.
So, I actually get to give out an award this year. I don't know why, but I've chosen someone who is it's very interesting to say the least. He likes to refer to himself as neurodivergent, mostly. As is most of us here in this community. This person, he's come a long way since I first met him. He used to be the scum of the earth using X-Plane. I'm joking. We showed him the light and prepared was what he used, and now we all use MSFS. So the hundreds of pounds that we spent on prepared 3D is now worthless. But my person of the year has willingly sacrificed many thousands of euros to join me in Cork. It is... It's Ocean. Do you want to come up here for a sec?
Go on, Ocean.
Come on.
Good evening, thank you for having me. I'm going to have to speak at that then.
Yeah, do you want to...
For purposes of holding my EASA class 1, I'm not neurodivergent.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say. Right.
For legal reasons, that's a joke. Yeah, so Ocean came to visit Cork. Yes, shoo.
I'm going to go off now, goodbye. I'm taking the car with me.
So I convinced him to join me in Cork this one time. He's like,
Not working. They're saying the stream isn't working in TFL.
Oh no. Which one?
what?
No, they just beat me saying stream's paused. We can't see the presentation.
The one on up by an umbrella.
Let's try that again.
Cool, Hika's person of the year.
Oh, God, here we go then.
Is the presentation working? Confirm that's someone.
Yeah, it's working.
So this person is very, very lovely. He has an addiction to spice bags and... Actually, no, you can't eat spice. You can't handle it. Yes, he saved us when our gear failed. Yes, you can come up again.
Good evening, thank you for having me.
So, why did you join after?
It was very good, and I was not bribed, nor was I... Oh. Well, he wanted commission money from after. No, no, it was good. I was pleased with it. And I can't see a thing now, because...
Shoo.
Goodbye.
Okay.
So romantic.
Yes, we almost kissed. But yeah, well, he wanted to find a flight school. I invited him down to my flight school, and we gave him a cup of very lethal coffee. He got addicted to coffee and decided to pay about, I don't know, £100,000 to drink more coffee. Thank you for joining. Now, This is a little bit I did.
I would like to just take this moment to say this is the best thing you will have seen all year.
Yeah, this screenshot of an SAS coming into land, I can't remember whose screenshot that is. It's definitely not mine because I don't really fly retro liveries that much. But the... Ah, it's Crops! Crops, shout out. It's a very good screenshot. So, the TFL community says, if you were in TFL and have your announcements turned on, you would have seen the link that I'd sent to do a little survey. And one of the questions I asked was, what's the worst in-flight catering? Now, personally, I've had some really dismal in-flight catering, being a bottle of water that cost, I don't know, €3 on Ryanair. Not really catering, but you can see what I'm going with. And Jet Airways' food back when they were an airline, absolutely dismal.
Boo!
They are coming back, though.
They are.
Now, the person who has given us the worst in-flight catering, we may have heard of him before, but the worst in-flight catering, ham and cheese croquet, €6 for this, and I mean, personally, I've never had it. Maybe I'll try it on the 4th. I am flying Aer Lingus.
Cork cheddar, that's a sin.
Cork cheddar mozzarella.
We need cheddar.
Cheddar. What would be?
Cheddar from cheddar.
It's impossible to eat without getting your hands covered in cheese, and it's horrible.
Cheesy sauce with ham produced by Glen Ain Foods in County Limerick. Of course, it's made in Limerick, that's why it's terrible. No hate to Limerick. €6, I mean, it doesn't look that bad, but unfortunately, according to the person who submitted this, they gave me a ham and cheese toastie that was upside down. How could they make that mistake? Like, the geometry of in-flight catering should be standard. So that was that question there. Next one. Worst landing 2023. Now, we had a few submissions. We had, I can't remember, but we had definitely Ryanair. We had EasyJet. But there was this one landing I'd heard of that was really terrible. It was at this small UK airfield, very small airfield called Southend Airport. And this field, so this person who took this flight there, he took a little PA-28, we don't know who it is, and he paid about £600 to go get McDonald's from the McDonald's next to Southend Airport. And we didn't have footage of the landing, but we did have footage of a local citizen watching planes taxi in.
Oh no, a drug dealer is here.
Unfortunately, we didn't have footage of the landing, but you can imagine very bumpy landing in a PA-28 because it's clearly the inferior aircraft. Boo. Oh my God, it's the best influence pilot 2023.
Oh, I love this.
We had many submissions for the influence pilot. I can't remember them from the top of my head. Some flight sim influencers, some, I don't know, blog people.
Some people who claim to be who they aren't.
Yeah, fake people. But the person who won this is the realest influencer I know. You may know him as Bob, the EasyJet mechanic pilot.
The EasyJet mechanic pilot.
On our Discord server. But I think we all know him as Treymark.
Whoa!
Treymark, congratulations, you are the best influencer pilot this server has. Influencing people to wear pink ties to work.
I prefer Airbus as well.
We're getting to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have Secretary as well. We love him. And Missionary Bush Pilot. Who's that?
That doesn't sound right.
No.
He flies Kodiaks.
Kodiaks. Fair enough. Bush flying is kind of cool. Ah, the age-old question. Boeing or Airbus? Can I have a show of hands? Who would like Boeing to win this? 1, 2, 3, and I can't see the rest because light. 3 in the room.
Our hands up, all of us.
Oh, everyone, yeah. Boeing wins. Well,
Yay!
Carmack!
oh, Comac as well. The CCP would like to know your location. And Airbus. Who wants to vote for Airbus? Boo. We have one over there.
Wow.
Sold. Sorry? Oh, 2. Sorry, 0.
In this room, there is no Airbus enjoyers.
I
There
personally
won't
quite
be.
like Airbus.
Get out.
I prefer
joking.
Boeing, okay? Personally, I prefer Boeing. I've said what I said.
Majority.
But clearly, we're delusional. How has Airbus won this? It's like...
Superior technology. Those books have been cooked.
As you can tell, apparently people prefer Airbus in our server.
Good job.
That's all because of you, Treymark. And wherever the other cameras are. Treymark, how dare you? What's next? Oh my god, it's another question about Treymark. Statistically, how many frozen pizzas does Treymark consume a year? Now...
Can we just mention, this image is not supplied by Treymark, definitely not. Ignore the watermark, this is not his, like, pantry.
No, I mean, whoever's pantry this, they should be ashamed of this.
Yeah, they should, they really should. And his crop.
Milk. Oh yeah, and... Is that another pizza?
I think it's a cake.
Fuck!
Oh no! We should have really used TeamViewer for this, shouldn't we?
I'll have you know that...
Quick, I can't move the PowerPoint. Someone's...
Turn the volume up.
Treymark, what are you trying to tell us?
I can't...
You know that is a Tesco's finest carrot cake.
I'll go and get
Quick, someone fix it because we want to know how many.
It was plugged in as well. Yeah.
So does anyone have any ideas of how many pizzas he may have consumed in a year, statistically, according to maths done by me in about 2 minutes?
Too many. I think the answer is yes.
Yes? Anyone else?
125.
125 by the man behind the camera. 500. Oh, that's a very big number.
365 once a day.
It is a spike a day. No, that's not Treymark's picture.
Yeah, that's totally not Treymark's picture. All right, so how many frozen pizzas does Treymark consume a year? Let's have a look at the responses. What? What was it, Titch? Titch is currently going deaf because Jojo's trying to rizz up the technician behind the projector.
Thank you so much.
There's a very few varied Treymark, can you confirm if that's true or false?
Yeah?
That was rizzing up the tech guy. Talking about building to building.
Yeah, I was loving that.
All right, so the values we have here, more than 700.
This is brilliant.
Who knows? 149, 10 I don't know, 283, 678, that's a lot. 173.8, the 0.2 is the slice that's fallen on the floor and face down, because that's how it works. And 125. Well, ladies and gentlemen, and all my non-binary friends and pals, the actual value. 476 statistically consumed pizzas by Treymark. Treymark, how on earth do you do it? Do you not have 3 meals a day? Or 2
Oh, he's back.
Oh, he's going to explain.
Treymark, do you want to move the mic there?
Treymark, go on. Explain yourself.
I think that's probably a tad extreme.
Probably
Well,
is.
again, statistically.
Statistically. According to the information you provided, that's the number we came out with.
Fair enough.
Well, we shall continue.
Oh my god, it's the best virtual airline to ever grace the virtual skies. Now, Virgin XL Airways, that was an airline made by, I can't remember, I'm joking. Many years ago, Adam Deuce, he started Virgin XL Airways, and it's seen many iterations. This is, I don't know, the 13th, or I've no idea how many iterations there have been, but this is the recent most long-living one there's been. And we've grown quite significantly. We're like the most wealthiest airline in FS Airlines, not because we exploited cargo money revenue pitch. As you can see, these are all our friends here. All of them are members of the airline, and Treymark's obviously here in his Wizz Air. That's probably Noodles over there in his Lufthansa. I was probably in ATPL studying. I was probably 787. I like 787s.
Josh doing in the corner with JetBlue.
JetBlue here, Delta here. We basically would have these annual flights where at first it was 747s, and you can see that back in P3D we had this lovely livery designed by yours truly, Ocean, over there. the better ocean. And there's a few other 747s. We'd all fly 747s ever since they got retired by British Airways across the Atlantic together. And as you can tell, we had a lot of turnout, but as the 747 and MSFS is a bit at the moment, we have allowed other planes. But we have this video.
Retard.
Now, that video was made by our dear friend Carmen over here and a few others who submitted their clips and he threw together many months ago, I believe, because we had footage from a few sims, FSX, P3D and MSFS. The liveries designed by Ocean, as I mentioned, and produced by Carmen, Ocean, and one of them myself. I'm too lazy to do a lot. I did one. But yes, you can join us at virginexcel.uk or fsairlines.net and the rest of that. Yes, hope you join. That's it for Virgin Excel.
So, before we conclude, I did want to say one thing. My heart kind of sank when I saw the presentation earlier when I went up to do the Kahoot, because we didn't put in 2 of our Members of the Year award. So if Treymark, if you're there, can you unmute your microphone? Sorry, Ocean, I just blinded you. Could you announce your Member of the Year?
Yeah, sure. So my Member of the Year, I had to think about this over the last week or so, and I decided that I wanted to nominate Maverick, one of our American members in TFL, as my Member of the Year. Maverick's come an awful long way over the last 12 months, for getting his commercial pilot's license. He's nearly completed his certified flight instruction certification as well. So he's really progressed over the last 12 months, and a lot of members in the TFL community as well have been there to support him through that. And things like that are great to see. So yeah, no, let's all keep up the good work, and hopefully we'll have lots of more people on that list next year too.
Very nice. Round of applause for Maverick. Maverick's a great guy. And my Member of the Year award, it goes to someone who's an amazing member. He's very active all the time. It goes to Keaton. Round of applause for Keaton, everyone. Genuinely nice guy. Never does any, he's never a problem. Lovely guy who's always online, like day in, day out. If you're in a voice channel, he'll be the first to join. He'll always be there. Absolute legend. That's all I can say about him. And all awards that we mentioned today will be sent out in the new year. Hope you can understand the busy time. But thank you very much to Scott Cinemas for letting us host this and be an absolute pain with our equipment. Round of applause for them, everyone. Thank you. Very lovely venue, very lovely manager. Shout out to you. And yes, Hika, please join me for the ending, which is the slide. Very nice. Thank you, everyone, for coming along, whether you be online on Discord or in person. It's a huge effort to organize this. I hope you can understand. One word, one phrase I'd like to say is a lot of people always ask, it's just a Discord server. Why'd you put in so much effort? But it's because, while for some people, they might just hop on, they're a bit bored and just talk a bit and then leave. For a lot of other people, it's been life-changing. And I know people who've gone out and done things in their life, career-changing, just thanks to the server's existence. And for a lot of people, a lot of their social life is on the Flight Lounge, which you shouldn't be ashamed to say that, because I'd say that's the same for me as well. And it's just something that I find really inspiring, especially when our members meet each other in real life, even if they're not in the server anymore. I know quite a few cases who aren't in the server anymore, but they met on the server and are still friends in real life, and I really like seeing that. And if Rivu has any final words to say as well.
Well, I'd like to thank everyone again for joining us on Discord and in person. Thank you for driving over from wherever stupid places in the UK there are. Yeah, I mean, this year, obviously the ceremony in person, not many attendees, but next year we might have something even better planned. Mm-hmm. Something very, very cool.
Very cool.
Very, very fast.
Very cool. Actually, very fast, yeah. Supersonic almost.
It's almost as if it's a bit pointy,
A bit pointy, yeah.
It's a bit pointy. It droops a bit sometimes.
Oh, the droop snoot, can't forget that.
Yeah, and very, very good sounding engines. That's coming up next year, so if you want to possibly partake in that, stay around for an entire year. That's how we're bribing you. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I would like to thank everyone in TFL for, the members who are in TFL and active. Sorry?
Can I get a shout out?
I would like to thank this one person who's changed my life. I mean, I wouldn't be here if I didn't hear that she was coming. And, I mean, every time I think about TFL, I think about this one person.
Did Treymark just say it's me, mate?
Oh, Treymark, you're gorgeous. No, it's Emily. I can't see because I'm being blinded by the lights.
This is her second event, I think, that she's attended. Very nice, yeah.
But yes, as I was saying, I'm grateful for all the members for joining, especially Treymark. Especially Treymark for joining and, keeping the banter alive, making TFL a really nice place to be whenever you have time, your spare time, or whenever you want to just... This is the final slide, it's my picture. It's clearly such a good screenshot. I'm grateful for myself.
You have very big engines, don't you?
Oh yeah, I do have very big engines.
Yeah.
But yes, thank you for all the members for making TFL what it is. Thank you for all the members who were there when I was inactive for the first year because reasons. And thank you for not kicking me out of admin position. That is the end of what I have to say. Thank you everyone. Emily, Ocean, person I don't know.
Ocean.
Jojo, yeah, thank you Jojo for still
Thank you to my parents for, for supporting this madness. Yes. Statistically, we have if this audience represented the world, we would have I don't know, billions of oceans in the world. Oh wow, thank you very much. Now we don't really have a big light to turn on, it's just kind of this, so thank you Treymark, thank you everyone on the stream as well for joining. We understand it has taken a while out of your Saturday night. Thank you Treymark.
Oh, didn't.
We're going to pay you for your appearance, yeah. Thank you Treymark, thank you Crop for being moderating on the stream. Thank you Carmen as well, back there. And thank you Ocean for providing your camera.
And my umbrella.
Very cool, thank you everyone for attending, we'll catch you in a bit. Oh, we would also like to extend our shout out to Titchy.
Thank you for flashbanging me.
That's what I thought. One more for the road, eh?
One more for the road. Jesus. Relatively new member, but a legendary member. I met him through a concert. Porter Robinson, shout out to Porter Robinson. Captain Hall might know him. But yeah, literally, without him, like, a lot of the logistics would not happen. We'd be filming this on even a worse potato. The tech guy. And the effort. If you saw that setup, I'll send a photo later. But thank you very much, Luke. You are heavily rewarded in chicken nuggets later on. Cool, that's it. Lights on.
That's it from me as well. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you later.
When we were so young, I could never see forever. We'd go midnight driving down that lane, pretending the whole world was
TFL, TFL, TFL. Yay! TFL, 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 TFL. Happy Christmas, folks.
Woo, go TFL, Happy New Year. Whoops.
So full. TFL.
TFL, TFL,
TFL, TFL,
TFL, TFL. TFL, TFL,
TFL, TFL, TFL,
Wishing all the TFL members a nice 2024.
It's weekend, so time to join the TFL Discord. Who's that? Oh, look, it's Carrie coming up again.
Hello, the Flight Lounge. This is Adis, wishing you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
TFL has reignited my passion for aviation. If I hadn't have met Jojo last year and joined the server and got to meet and speak with actual pilots, I don't think I'd be back into aviation, especially how back in my day, I sort of swung in and out, and I always swung out because I'd have self-doubt. And now I can speak to pilots, and I never had other people who who enjoy planes and enjoy aviation as much as I do. And now I've learned that actually there's people who like aviation way more than me. Like, it's kind of scary how much you guys like aviation.
Hi guys, this is Kropo from TFL. I'm just dropping by to wish you a very happy new year. Best of luck for the next year, and to say TFL has a big place in my heart. It's a very nice place to be on. It's not toxic unlike other communities, and I hope that it's gonna stay up for a very, very long time.
Hi, it's Marcel. I hope everyone enjoyed the evening. I want to thank TFL members for making this event happen. I'm very happy to be part of TFL. I get to meet new people, learn new things, and be a part of a great community. We all had our ups and downs throughout the year. We all had our sad moments, happy moments, but at the end of it, we have to make sure we achieve our goals and be proud of ourselves. To sum up, I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, safe flights, and clear skies. Alright, that's a wrap.